What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. I don't know why I'm excited, but who cares? But anyway, listen, guys, I got an update on the shooting that occurred a couple days ago out there in Tinley Park, near Chicago. Shout out. And 4 women lost their lives, a mother and 3 daughters. May they rest in peace. The father was charged, and today he went to court, bond court. He's pictured up here. His name is Mahar Qassem. He's 63 years old. And I want to play you this video, and it gives the motive, and it also gives you a twist. Somebody else was in the house and witnessed this atrocity. The son. Check this out. We'll come back and really get deep on this.
Police say a Tinley Park man admitted he killed his wife and 3 daughters and even told them why. Meanwhile, friends are remembering the 4 women shot and killed Sunday in the southwest suburb. CBS 2's Andrew Ramos is outside court in Bridgeview, where the accused gunman faced a judge this afternoon. Andrew?
And Joe, that man, Mahar Qassem, is being held tonight without bail, accused of murdering his wife and 3 adult daughters in cold blood. The result of what prosecutors say was a heated argument over respect and money.
The defendant stated, quote, "They're all gone."
They're the chilling words 63-year-old Mahar Qassem told responding officers who arrived at his family's Tinley Park home Sunday morning after he called 911, telling a dispatcher that his wife, 53-year-old Mahida Qassem, had been shot.
When police asked where everyone was at, the defendant pointed in the direction of the basement.
Police would find the bodies of his wife Mahida, his 25-year-old twin daughters Halima and Zahia, and 24-year-old daughter Hanan. Also inside the home at the time of the shooting was their 19-year-old son, the lone witness, who was left unharmed. According to prosecutors, the teen woke up to a heated argument happening between Mahar and one of his daughters, where his wife and other 2 daughters were urging him to calm down, and then gunshots rang out.
When witness 1 went downstairs to see what was going on, he observed victim 1 on the floor.
The 19-year-old first found his mother, then 2 of his sisters fatally shot, and then walked in moments before his father shot the 3rd daughter. 2 guns were recovered at the scene. According to prosecutors, Qassem appeared to be disgruntled over how he was treated inside the home.
The defendant was recorded volunteering things about having just retired, and that, quote, "She treats me like a dog. I worked 40 years," unquote. And, quote, "I worked all my life to give my family a better home, and they treat me like."
Meanwhile, the community continues to comfort this family who has lost so much. Hundreds gathered at the Mosque Foundation in Bridgeview for a prayer in honor of the 4 women killed in what police have called a senseless act of domestic violence, something they hope is addressed more within the community.
And it's about not only mental illness, but control and abuse.
Now, funeral services for those women expected to take place later this evening, and Mahar Qassem is due back in court on February 16th. Reporting live outside Bond Court in Bridgeview, I'm Andrew Ramos, CBS 2 News.
Guys, that's the story of the confession of Mahar Qassem claiming life of his wife, Mahida Qassem, 53 years old. He's 63 years old, and their 3 children, Halima, Zahia, and Hanan, all last name Qassem. Now, I look at stuff like this when you have husbands that have been married forever and they have children that are grown and things like that. I think a lot of times when they fly off the handle, when they do crazy stuff like this, not even if the age really doesn't have anything to do with it, it's 2 things. It's an and or. It's a lack of appreciation. That's the big one. If a guy feels as though he's putting his back on the line and doing everything he can to give his family everything, and he's not getting the what? Respect that he feels as though he deserves. Sometimes they fly off the handle, and this is the outcome. Is it right? No, it's not right. But it's a reality that a lot of people face every day. There are women out here and men getting abused in relationships, drugged through the mud, put on child support and used as leverage against them, and a lot of other disingenuous ways to gain for a partner to gain their upper hand against you out here doing stuff like this because they feel like they're disrespected or they're not appreciated. And that's something that we all went through. You see these young guys, a lot of times I think they got mother issues. Girls want to break up with them, they obliterate them. Why? Because they don't feel appreciated or they feel disrespected. I just did a story, a couple weeks ago. Young lady out there in Dallas, Fort Worth, had an on and off again boyfriend. Found out the child wasn't his. She womaned up and was like, hey, this baby's new. Let me break this news to him. You know, I don't want to do it, but I have to do it because it's the honorable thing to do. And she lost her life too because he felt as though he was disrespected. Cases like this with domestic abuse, I always say, hey, how hard is it to walk away? Evidently, it's very hard when people feel as though they put their life and back and blood, sweat, and tears on the line for people that don't appreciate them. And that's one thing I didn't add when I do these type of videos, the perspective of what's going on through the mind of the person because of the dark shadow of the nature of the crime that they committed. Sometimes it's like that. Am I taking up for this guy? No, because in my opinion, I think he's very silly. If what he said was true, which I don't really believe it, I believe it that he believes that in his head. Now, you seen they were Muslim, you know what I'm saying? And they went to a mosque. Islam is different than Christianity. They seem like they was foreign. Their whole culture different than over here. The way they deal with their wives and stuff, you got to take that into context. You seen his cousin get on TV and said, man, I hope he didn't do it, but he was very controlling. He wouldn't let her talk to me because I took her out the house and let her get some things that she needed, and I gave her money. What did they say he was arguing about? Said he took their lives over money and respect. Think about that, over money and respect. He worked 40-something years, he said, he's retired. How do they have access to the money like that? And they're running your money up. He said his wife talked to him and treated him like a dog. I ain't feeling it. I think in his head he was saying all of that stuff, but I think honestly, my opinion, they was prisoners in their own home. If these girls are 25 and 24 years old and they were still living in the house, that's a cultural thing. You could already tell. I don't know if she was waiting for them to get married off, if that's how they do their culture. Because I have clients where their children are still in the house until they get married or find viable men, or they can find somebody to take this child out the house. They stuck there. Now, I'm not saying that's the case, but it may have been. Even though they're grown women, he might have been tyrannical and ran the house like they were still kids. And they probably couldn't wait to get out the house. I know when I was young, I couldn't wait to get out the house. So, I mean, why not them? He did this in front of his 19-year-old son. The lone witness. Son heard the bangs, 2 daughters on the ground, went and seen one of the sisters get killed, then the mother. Think about that. What kind of man sets an example by blowing away his past history right in front of his son, who's a part of said history? You notice he didn't kill his boy. It's a cultural thing. I think it's cultural. A lot of times they honor the son. Shot all the daughters, but didn't take the boy's life and let the boy witness it. Then stayed there and waited till the cops come. A lot of times when that adrenaline stuff wear off, you realize what you did. Ain't gonna be able to get away with this. I ain't gonna kill my son, so I turned myself in. Wouldn't cooperate on the phone, but they got him. Then he confessed. Hey, I didn't feel this way. I felt that way. I felt this. All in all, this is crazy. You the man. You could have divorced her. You could have left. You could have did something. You didn't have to kill him. That's the big thing. You didn't have to do it in front of your son. How you think his mentality is now? 19 years old, very impressionable. Father gone, parents gone, siblings gone. He the only one here. 19 years old, you think he wouldn't live in that house? What kind of PTSD you think he got? What type of lasting effect will this have on him in relationships moving forward? Just something to think about. Ripple effect is deep in this one. And I hope they all can find peace, even though the husband had hell going on in his head. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. And if you're in a relationship out there, whether you're a man or a woman, it's okay to walk away or tell somebody to kick rocks because it ain't worth it. With the rise in domestic violence and unpredictability in people nowadays, you don't know what people are thinking or how desperate they'd be to keep control over you. If you can get out, move. For real. I don't want to see this happen to nobody, especially people that see this video. See you in the next video. Take care. I said that before, but I don't care. Bye.